Hi guys, my name is Michael. Welcome back. So today I'm starting a really interesting series called XLM Insights. And in this series, I'm going to attempt to shed more light on the cryptocurrency called Stellar Lumens, XLM. I want to just bring some high level understanding of what I believe, this cryptocurrency is going to do in the future, and also give us some information about how this cryptocurrency differs from XRP, because a lot of people have some assumptions about the two of them. And hopefully, throughout this series, you will learn a couple of things, especially why they are different. And also, there are a lot of people who are asking questions, in the comments about how do we position, should we buy XLM, should we buy more XRP or more XLM? Hopefully, by the end of this series, you will understand how to position, for both of them, because a lot of people are having the assumption that, hold more XRP versus XLM. But to be honest, you need to know the purpose of, both of these assets, these cryptocurrency assets, in order to position. I have my own convictions regarding both of them, but hopefully, we can shed more light on this subject. So today I want to talk about XLM, the dark horse, So if you notice, when it comes to stellar lumens, there's this sort of dark quietness about this cryptocurrency. You know, a lot of people, it's almost like, Stellar gets its identity. XLM gets its identity from XRP. And that is because, the crowd runs with a lot of assumptions, People are, having this sort of notion that, XLM, which is Stellar, is the silver to XRP's gold. So, people just pair them together. And a lot of people are not even taking time to understand what XLM is or what Stellar is versus, what XRP is. They're just paired together. Everyone buying XRP just know, I'm buying XRP, I'm buying XLM. That's the first thing. And people just say, buy XRP, buy XLM, buy XDC, they're just bundled together like that. And people do not understand the nuances, the differences between these technologies, that are going to be used in the future. And I feel like, understanding them is important. So there's a lot of dark quietness about XLM. If you look at XRP, the community is very rich. You've got a lot of influencers for XRP. You go on Twitter, you see people even having their Twitter handle with the word XRP on it. So there's a lot of influencers, there's a lot of evangelism when it comes to XRP. The community is very big and rich. But when it comes to XLM, you don't get that sort of richness in the community, right? As a matter of fact, most people that talk about XLM always talk about it on the back of XRP. You might even see thumbnails on YouTube, people who will want to talk about XLM, but they'll end up spending more time on XRP rather than talking about XLM. And also, you don't see the executives of XLM, go on TV. We don't even know their names, apart from Jed McCaleb, who is not even an active executive anymore. But we don't even know their names. When you compare that with XRP, we know Brad Garlinghouse, we know David Schwartz, we know Chris Larson. All those are, household names. We see them on TV. They are always in the news every now and then. Brad Garlinghouse is on BBC. But when it comes to Stellar, we don't hear anything about them. You have to search to know their executives, right? You have to search to know who the executives are, and it's just very mysterious in a way. So that's why I call it like, there's this dark quietness about it. And so it's important for us to get behind all those facade, all those cloud of mystery, to understand what this cryptocurrency is. Now, like I said, there are misconceptions, people have assumed that XLM is silver to XRP's gold, and things like that. Or the way you would position in gold and silver, that's how people are positioning in XLM and XRP. So you have this high amount of XRP, and then you just have maybe small amount of XLM, just the way you do gold and silver. Also, there are a lot of similarities between these two technologies. Obviously they share a founder, Jed McCaleb, who's the founder of both, who created both XRP and XLM. And I'm going to do a video on him in a different video. I'm going to do a video on him. So they share that similarity, and also the technologies behind the scenes are a little bit similar. their consensus mechanisms are similar and all that. But when it comes to purpose, they are not similar, and that is where they differ in purpose, the purpose. And if you want to just use an example of XRP and XLM, you'd look at a company, right? Most companies out there in the world today will have different products. They'll have a product for businesses and they'll have a product for customers, right? You will see something like Amazon. Amazon has a front-facing application for consumers where people like me can just go in there, sign up with my name, and then start shopping. But they also got another side of it called Amazon for Business, right, which is geared to businesses, and that particular application has some business functions that the consumer ones does not have, and vice versa. So you have one application focused on businesses, one application focused on consumer. And you have to look at XRP and XLM like that, right? XRP is the business facing side, while XLM is the consumer facing side. Now, if you get that concept right, you can now start looking at XLM from that point of view, that XLM is going to be consumer facing. It's going to be like, individual facing, not like XRP, that is mainly for banks, businesses, and multinationals and things like that. XLM is going to be facing you and I. It's going to be, interacting with you and I. So individuals are going to be interacting with XLM, while businesses will be interacting with XRP. So now let's talk about the purpose. Like I said, XRP was created as a bridge currency, right? As a bridge currency. So if you take a look at some of the diagrams for XRP, you see one currency going in, converting to XRP, then transfers, then from here convert back to the local currency. So XRP was made as a bridge currency, and all the features that come with that, cross-border payments, faster payment, things like that. But when it comes to XLM, XLM was not made. The purpose of XLM is not a bridge currency. XLM was actually made to be a currency, right? A legal tender for a number of economies, right? So XLM itself is money. So XRP is an asset, right? XLM is actually money. It's actually currency. And you must look at it that way. And that is how to see XLM. So, and this is very important. It's very important that you have this high level overview, right? So the way you would look at the US dollar and the British pound, that is the way you should look at XLM. Unlike XRP, which is an asset, right, that you hold, which you can sell to get a currency. So you can sell XRP to get a currency, but XLM is a currency itself of its own. And that is something that you need to understand, right? So XRP is a bridge currency. XLM is a currency. That is the purpose of XLM, to be a replacement for currencies, not a bridge currency like XRP. So XLM is actually a medium of exchange. XLM is actually a medium of exchange, and it will be the medium of exchange for certain economies, for 4 economies first, right? First, we're going to start with 4 economies before it spreads, globally. But that is the purpose of XLM. That is why it was created, and that is where XLM and XRP differs. So in the future, you will be able to convert XRP. So when you want to sell your XRP, you will be actually selling your XRP to get XLM. And this is something that a lot of people do not understand. So people are thinking that, okay, just the way you would sell your XRP today to get US dollars, just the way you sell your XRP today to get British pound, in the future, which is very soon, you will be selling XRP to get XLM. Do you get? So that you can spend in the real world, because XLM is a currency. Its purpose is to be a replacement for the currencies, right? So XLM is a medium of exchange. And so that mentality, how you keep XLM, will be different from how you keep XRP, because XRP is an asset, right? It's like buying a stock. It's like buying Apple stock, right? That's what XRP is, right? You can't take XRP to the shop to go and pay for something. That's not its purpose. Some people might do it, but that's not its purpose. But XLM is a medium of exchange, and XLM is a store of value and will be a unit of account. That means in the future, you're going to see people price their services, price their businesses in lumens or stellar or whatever they call it, right? That is what you're going to see in the future. So in the future, you're going to see keypads, keyboards, right? Just the way you have your pound sign on the keyboard, which is on top of 3, and then you have the dollar on top of 4. You're going to have XLM on top of one of those numbers as well, right? So in your digital keyboard, there will be the XLM sign on there, right? So you're going to have things like XLM 500, XLM, XLM 300 and everything. So it is a currency. It is not an asset. It is not an, it is not an asset. It's a currency. So the way you hold US dollars, the way you hold pounds, that is the way you should look at XLM. Do you understand? And that is a different mindset. Do you get? That is a different mindset. And in a different video, I'm going to talk about things like the Lobster wallet that XLM has. I'm going to talk about things like that. I'm going to talk about a lot of things. So you really need to tune into this series. But it is important to understand that XRP is an asset. XLM is money. XLM is a currency, right? And I'm going to talk about when that currency is going to rise, because both XLM and XRP are disaster recovery mechanisms, right? Which will come into focus after a disaster. Do you get? So when you study this thing, you begin to understand the nature of the next Black Swan event. You begin to understand the nature of the financial disaster that is about to happen. Because the next financial event, the next financial Black Swan, is going to affect currencies. It will be the death of currencies. Currencies will be affected. Do you get? So understand that. Understand all these things that are going on. Do you get? Again, I'm going to say this. XRP, financial asset, and all that. XLM, currency. Currency. Do you understand? So the way you hold both of them are different. So while you want to hold XRP, store it somewhere, for future use and everything, it's just different. It's a different mindset, and it's important for us to understand that thing. So XLM is something you would use for everyday transaction. You want to pay for your ticket, you want to pay for these things. That will be the norm moving forward. So what you will see is that XLM will run side by side with the currencies of these 4 countries in the future. They will be running side by side. It's almost like a forceful, it's like Zimbabwe. If you notice what happened to Zimbabwe, right? When Zimbabwe's currency failed, which is what is going, Zimbabwe is the a model for what will happen, after the disaster that, is on the horizon. So if you notice what happened to Zimbabwe, right? When Zimbabwe went into hyperinflation, right? What we saw in Zimbabwe were 2 currencies running in the economy side by side, and the government of Zimbabwe was almost powerless to stop it. So you have people using the Zimbabwe dollar, but you have people using the US dollar side by side in the same economy, right? So what you're going to see in the future is that in certain economies, 4 economies, first of all, you're going to see the currency of that country being used, but Stellar will also be used in that same economy as well, such that people will now prefer to accept Stellar, to price their goods in Stellar, to price their good in lumens or whatever it's going to be called, to price their goods in lumens rather than the national currency of the country. So, and this is where we are going to get into things like borderlessness and how that is going to impact the world, because the whole idea of these technologies is to remove the borders of nations, is to remove the borders of nations. Do you get? In a very systematic way. So we're going to talk about borderlessness, at some point, but this is the goal. Do you get? And so this is a high level of what Stellar is all about. Do you get? Stellar is money. It's actually money. You should look at it the way you would look at US dollars. Do you get? And this view has not come into focus yet, but this is the purpose of it. And eventually, in the next couple of months, it's going to come into focus, right? You're going to see updates to smartphones. You're going to see updates to keyboards and everything to include the Stellar logo as a currency sign before money. Just like the way, you would have the yen, you would have the pound and everything. It is going to be included. That Stellar logo, blah, blah, blah. You see Stellar 100, Stellar 200, Stellar 300. That's everything. Do you get? So people will begin to even convert money into Stellar. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is just a high level, overview. So XRP, cryptocurrency, assets, XLM, money. XLM, money. That's the way you should look at it. So I just thought I'd bring this. I didn't want to make this video too long, but unfortunately, it's gone over. But yeah, I just thought I'd bring this to your attention. There's a lot to talk about. XLM is actually the dark horse. It is it is more interesting than XRP. And I hope that by this end of this series, you will understand how to position for the two of them, because there's a lot of misconception regarding both of them. But as you get more understanding, like I have gotten more understanding, you will begin to adjust things around a little bit. Do you get, as we move forward? So I just thought I'd bring this to your attention, guys. Like, subscribe, click on the notification bell. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.